Glorious morning, day, wherever you are, honey, say hey, okay? So today, I had washed my hair. I washed my hair a few days ago and it just was like really, really dry. So today I was like, you know what, let me wash my hair. It still felt like it had some products in there. So I washed it and then I braided it and, pretty much put it like a bantu. They sort of look like bantu, but not really bantu. You know when your mama used to do your plaits, okay? Those big, we used to call them big donkey braids, and then tuck them in. So that's pretty much what I got going on up under here, and I'm getting these edges the life. Now I don't know if I will be using edge control any longer, unless I find like a really, really good edge control that is not going to, because I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like when you use the edge control, it seems like it started taking your hair out. Maybe that's just my experience. But I am going to start using some Nairobi. Now I used to use Nairobi before, like this mousse that was, oh my goodness, is so so good. When I used to go get my hair done every 2 weeks from a beautician, they would use Nairobi. And no, Nairobi is a mousse. Is really, really good. Hey Steve, peace here, baby, peace here, peace here. So that's what pretty much I have in store. Like I'm not gonna use the edge control any longer. And this morning I had just put some shea butter. Oh, check this out. Okay, so I absolutely love black soap. Okay, absolutely love it. Yesterday I had went to Burlington Coat Factory, and when I go to Burlington, the makeup section I could do. When I first walk in, I can do. I could look at those, the sweaters, the shirts, and stuff they have. But honey, going through Burlington in the back where they have the coats and everything. Oh, honey, I gotta get out of there. Okay, because it's so cluttered. I just can't stay to go through all those things. And I remember I used to do videos and stuff like that. Burlington Coat Factory. Like I would do the videos and stuff like that. But honey, nowadays, oh no, So yesterday I went to Burlington. I said, oh my goodness. So I pre-recorded a Dollar Tree haul, but they didn't have a whole bunch of items in there. Like probably like three or four new items. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna put that out because it's only like three or four items. Most of the items you guys mainly have seen, except for like three or four items that they had at the Dollar Trees. Honey, I went to three different Dollar Trees. I went to the Dollar Tree by my house. I went to the Dollar Tree that's about 30 minutes, well, 15 to 20 minutes away from me. And then I went to a Dollar Tree that's 30 minutes away. Oh my goodness. They didn't have too much of anything. Now, when I went to Burlington, I absolutely love African black soap. Now, normally I get this from the Muslim Brothers in Newark, New Jersey, which is probably like 20-25 minutes away from me. But I had went to Burlington because I kept getting a download from my intuition. Go to the Dollar Tree that is in Union City, right on Tunnelly Avenue. So it's about two Dollar Trees that's in Union City. So, go to the Dollar Tree that's in Union City on Tunnelly Avenue. So I went there. They didn't have hardly anything in there. Okay. But then I got a download for me to go. Oh, and then I also went to Aldi yesterday and I had got, what did I buy? I brought these Cinnabons. Oh, and I got some toilet tissue. So when I went to Burlington, Burlington had this African black soap. Now, one of the soaps that I absolutely love for using on my face, my skin, is, honey, I was eating some nuts. Okay, is some black soap. I absolutely love using black soap on my face, and then at times I also use it to wash my hair. Okay, This big ball was $7. Now, when I go to the Muslim brothers, the soap over there is about the same exact thing, and you get the same exact, size. They also had some African shea butter. Because when I found the black soap, I said, oh my goodness, right? I was so, dang, I found the African black soap because I didn't want to go all the way to North to get the African black soap. And then I had said, only if they would have shea butter. Honey, I turned around and they had shea butter. Okay. Really, really good. Now, this shea butter was like $4 or so. Another place where you can get shea butter from, really, really good shea butter, is from Target. Target. I absolutely love buying Target shea butter. It comes like in a tube like this. Really, really good. Now I don't know if they have the black soap, the African black soap, but I know they have like the shea butter. It's so so good. They have the white shea butter and they also have the yellow one. All right. So the white one is pretty much like natural. I believe it's just natural, just basic shea butter. Okay, now this one it says also 100% African shea butter, but this is like creamy. And normally I get this one. Okay, and I put this in my hair as well. So yesterday when I went to Burlington, they had these really, really cute nails. These was some of the nails that I was looking for at Dollar Tree. I had showed you guys those nails that they had a few weeks ago, but they didn't have any more of those. And honey, I cannot even find my glue. Okay, so we're gonna be going in with this glue. Oh, you guys know how I feel about using the glue that's in a packaging. And this is pretty much how the nails look. Absolutely love them. And I'm just gonna go in and fill. Now today, um, I don't know if I'm gonna do a Dollar Tree haul today or not. Okay. So you guys know, well, if you don't know, I don't really watch television like that, right? And so the other day, my homegirl, she was over and she was telling me about this show called Reasonable Doubt, right? With Morris Chestnut. And I don't know like the lady, the main character who is the lawyer, like her real name or anything like that. But oh my goodness, honey, that show is so good. Look at this. Went in the drawer for scissors, found the glue. Chow. Okay. All right, and so we should go in the drawer and get those scissors. Found the glue. Now, one of the reasons I like these nails is because they short. You guys know I don't care for long nails. And this is a perfect size. Like when it comes to the nails, I like this size. So if you guys hear noise, they downstairs like repairing the downstairs. Okay. All right. This is so cute. Absolutely like this. Really nice. Honey, now that I got that glue, now I'm like, you know what? Go make sure you do your cuticles. Okay. Honey had I said, since I got the glue, the glue that's good, let me do my cuticles. Honey, hold on, because I should have did this before. Hold on now. Okay. All right. Because sometimes, like, I don't, you know how you go to the nail salon and they take the nails and stuff out and they see like which one goes to the thumb and which one goes, honey, I don't do that. I be winging it, okay? I do not be doing it. Okay. Hey, brother, is it Clem? Okay. Hey, Yolanda, peace here, baby, peace here. All right. Okay. So far we got two done. Mm, the other day I was when I was on a bus, I had got this download, right? Because many times we believe because we are good people that oftentimes our lives gonna change, right? And some people, they have this concept that only if I'm, if I'm a good person. And when I say good person, what I'm merely saying is a person that pretty much want to be like a person that want to be accepted by everybody else. A person that, yeah, they do good things, but they do it because one, yeah, they have a good heart, but also they don't believe in themselves, right? They feel like other people's validation is way more important than, what they believe about themselves. And so I was on a bus, and one of the things that you have to understand and get, because for a long time I used to think that, okay, hey Layla, for a long time I used to think that as long as I am a good person, as long as I pretty much go along to get along, right, then my life is going to be, better. Everything that pretty much my family tell me to do, then my life is going to be good, right? It's going to be really, really good. But what I me listening to everybody and doing everything that everybody else want me to do, I still didn't feel, I still didn't feel happy. Okay. I still felt like something pretty much wasn't right. And I remember later on when I started studying that it doesn't matter, if you're a good person, if you're doing everything what everybody else wants you to do. If you are going against yourself, then your life is going to be very hellish. Okay, they talk about how hell is not a place. Okay, is pretty much is a frequency, and I didn't understand it. And so yesterday I was on a bus, and the idea of money came to my mind. And sometimes we have this thing where though, oh well, because I'm a good person, that I should have more money, right? And that's not how the laws of this here universe works. And I was thinking about the book that I was reading from the Prosperity Bible. In that book, it talked about living above your means, right? If you earn a certain amount of money and you are, using the amount of money that you earn, and then on top of that, you are putting yourself in debt because you see other people with things that you desire to have, of course you're gonna be broke. Okay, you living above your means. You taking everything that you earn and you are spending all of it. And so for like as I'm on a bus, that idea came to my mind. And you can say, well, but I'm a good person, I'm a good person. That does not that is not going to give you more income because you're a good person, or it's not going to give you or exempt you from the laws of this here universe. If you spending more than what you have, it's not going to exempt it because you're a good person. And so, I was on a bus and I thought about that, because sometimes we have this notion because we've been conditioned to believe it. As long as you're a good person, then your life is going to change. And your life not going to change because you're a good person. And I'm not saying be a crummy person, of course not. But what I am saying is just because you're a good person, honey, that's not going to change your life. And what is good? Some people, they think that good is you pretty much going against yourself. You doing what everybody else wants you to do. That's not good. That's foolish. That is foolish. You living for your family. Foolish. Those things are foolish, my love. Now, the good thing about these nails is um they had 24 in a pack for $4. Okay. Now, if I was to get something like this from Dollar Tree, what I noticed was the ones that Dollar Tree had like this, it was 12 in a pack for $1.25. But that still wasn't bad because the design and stuff that they had at Dollar Tree, it was really, really good. And I won't be surprised if I go to Dollar Tree, if I go there today, if they don't have the nails that I was looking for. Sometimes there's had these things tend to work out. So, and the laws of this universe, they are not biased. They not biased. Just like somebody could walk off a 12-story building, right? And they can say, but I didn't know gravity. I didn't, I'm such a good person. That's not going to exempt you from the laws of this here universe. Sugarfoot, in the words of my grandmother, what my grandmother would say, she would say sugarfoot. That's not going to exempt you. It doesn't matter if you're a good person. That's not going to stop you from getting the results that you tend to get. And this is why I tell you guys, all the time that I study. Because ignorance of the law is not going to exempt you because you don't know the laws of the universe. Or you can say, but nobody ever taught me this stuff. Nobody ever, I used to say, gosh, why my life like this? Why is such a good person? I'm kind, I give and stuff. And, a lot of times we tend to do things because we feel like, well, if I do this, then my life gonna turn around. No, no, honey. No, no. Your life gonna turn around because you turned around. That's how your life gonna turn around. So if there's anybody out there that's, you may be going through it. And that's another thing. Because you had your spiritual awakening, right? And this is another thing that I want to explain to you guys. Just because you had your spiritual awakening, right? And the veil start coming up off your eyes, you have to understand and get that you will always experience challenges as long as you are in this physical body. And some people, they would try to put you on a guilt trip, right? They say things, and this is all ignorance. If you don't know, you will fall for it. Say for instance, if you spoke up for yourself and things in your life, they not going according to what you perceive they should be. And then a person who was getting a benefit from you not speaking up, the person who was pretty much manipulating, and people can't do nothing unless you allow it, but the person who was so to speak benefiting from you not speaking up, from you not saying anything, later on when you start speaking up and voicing your mind and voicing your opinion, sometimes people don't like that because they feel like, what gives you the right? All these years, you obeyed me. All these years you didn't say anything. And now all of a sudden you want to speak up and say, voice your opinion, right? And so you voice your opinion. And then things, you may experience something in your life, a challenge or something. Honey, don't you dare think that, oh, but maybe I shouldn't have said nothing because that's why I'm experiencing these challenges. Let me tell you something. People who like to manipulate situations or prefer to manipulate you, they will try to use that and say, you see how your life is going now, right? That's because you spoke up. That's because you caught yourself, going against me and stuff. Now your life is chaotic. Let me tell you something. I want you to understand and get this. God is not going to punish you because you spoke up. Okay, you are using your throat chakra when you speak, when you voice your opinion. The ones that it benefits when you don't speak up is the people who like for you to be silent. Is the people who benefit from your silence. Okay, but I want you to understand it. So when you do speak up, you got face. No matter how you view it, my love, you are going to face challenges. You are going to face challenges. It's just something that comes with this thing called life. But when you face the challenges, when you experience the challenge, don't look at your life and say, oh my goodness, I'm experiencing all this stuff, all this bad stuff. Challenge is not bad nor good. It's just a challenge, right? I mean, they pretty much what you make them out to be, but they not bad or good. That's the category we tend to put them in. Oh, the challenges are bad. Is this the same now? Ooh, child. Oops. See, this is why I should have, because this one looked bigger than this one. In my eyes. In my mind. Maybe not. Okay, so far now we got to get these two lovelies done. So I really want you guys to understand it, As long as you allow people to put you on a guilt trip for you voicing your opinion, guess what? They control you. But they can't do no more than what you allow them to do. If you allow people to control you, right, then who fork is that? That's not theirs. That's yours. Because you got to ask yourself, Why do you allow them to control you? I remember with my children, my oldest children, you know, um, because when I was growing up, it was a little strict to say the least, okay? And at times I'm grateful for their experience, because I see some friends that I had grew up with, and the path that they have choosing to take, right? Um is a path that I'm grateful and thankful that I did not have to, go down or have to take that path. So the strictness, I'm grateful for that. But I remember with my children, my oldest children, I was strict. Okay, I was strict. Like they couldn't really, like they'd say, "Oh, you can't." They couldn't really do anything and stuff like that. Honey, I was strict in me. Okay, if we being honest, I was strict in me, and I remember once I got into spirituality. Well, no, I don't want to say got into it, right? Because we are all spiritual. I like to say, but once I started studying, studying the laws of the universe, studying personal development, stuff like that. I remember I would ask my children, and this was something that was like taboo. You don't ask no child how they feel about you being a parent. And isn't it so funny? Because they are on the other side of the spectrum, the other side experiencing the whole deal of how it is you being a parent. And, we feel it's taboo to ask them, how do they feel about us being a parent? So I remember, when I first started doing this, with my oldest children, asking them like, "Oh, how do you feel about me being your parent, being your mother?" And they would voice their opinion and stuff like that. Sometimes you necessarily don't really want to hear it, right? And my oldest son, my oldest daughter, she was pretty much like she wouldn't say too much unless like we had a disagreement or something. Then she'd say things. But for the most part, she wouldn't really say anything. You know, sort of put me in a mind of myself. She wouldn't say too much. But my oldest son, him on the other hand, okay, he was completely different. When I would ask him, I would say, "So how you feel about me being your mother?" Honey, he would give me a earful on how he felt about me being his mother. Look at this. Oh gosh. Wait, hold on. So he would give me pretty, hold on, honey. Okay. All right, that's good. So he would pretty much give me an earful on how he felt about me being his mother. And he would say, "Oh, you so strict, you don't let me." He pretty much wanted to do what he wanted to do. And as one of the things that we have to understand as parents is, one, we're not always going to be around. Okay. That's one. And then two, we have to allow our children to make decisions for themselves because you're not always going to be around. And if you don't allow them to make decisions for themselves, when when they grow up, they're not going to know how to make decisions. I remember when I was younger, even in my 20s, even in my 30s, I think I would call my mother and I would ask her what was her opinion on things. In my 30s, what was her opinion on things, things in my life and stuff, decisions that I needed to make. I would have to call her because I didn't know how to make decisions. And so as long as, you know, You have to call people outside you. And you know what's the funny thing is, because you have an intuition as right with you, there's always God in you. There's always, letting you know what you should do and what you shouldn't do. But we tend to go outside ourselves and we want to ask other people, what we should do in our lives. And it's your life. It's your life. So yeah, so my oldest son, he would say, I pretty much I can't do nothing, he would say. And I heard that before from the guys that I dated. So it comes a point in time where as though you don't say everybody is wrong. You look at your life and you say, well, I heard this a time or two before. So it can't be everybody wrong telling me that I'm a little controlling. Well, they ain't say a little, they would say I'm controlling. Right. So it can't be everybody and everybody wrong and I'm right. No, sometimes you gotta put the pride to the side and look at yourself. Look at yourself. Like somebody had said the other day, I had put a video and they said, well, they have to be, I said, nobody could do anything to you. You are doing the things to yourself. And they said, well, they have to be the biggest jackass because I guess how their life is going. Let me tell you, as long as you believe that people are doing things to you, they are causing you harm, they are you know they are out to get you and all this other stuff, as long as you believe that, guess what, as long as you believe, well, these people doing this to me, these people do, you believe you are a victim, you're gonna get what victims get. You are going to get what victims get. And so the guy had said, he said, well, I guess I'm the biggest jackass. And I know a lot of the stuff that I talk about. Okay, some people they don't care. They don't care for it because if I go blame somebody else for what's showing up in my life, and I can say is them, is their fault, is they fault why this is occurring to me. Guess what? I don't have to take accountability. I don't have to take the responsibility. And a crazy thing is, when you don't take the accountability and responsibility, your life don't get any better. When you say, oh, it's because of these people, it's because of the government, it's because of the rich people, it's because of all these different things outside your existence, your life is going to continuously be the same exact way that it's always been. Mm-mm. Is this the same size? In my mind. Hold on, chill. Honey, I am not a professional when it comes to these nails, all right? So just in case. Being a girl is so good. Dressing up, doing your nails, doing your hair, doing makeup. It's so good. Dress, especially dressing up, is so good. In my mind. Is this not too? Wait, hold on, honey. This is why I should measure. Oh shoot, it's too late now, honey. All right, so this is pretty much how the nails look. I got glue all over, child. Honey. Now let me see if there's another nail. Okay. All right, that'll work. Oh, so I was telling you, honey, I was telling you guys about the series show, okay, Reasonable Doubt with Morris Chestnut. Oh my goodness, that is so good. You know, and I barely watch TV like that because, you know, sometimes the television can be a big distraction if you allow it to be. But my homegirl came over the other day and she said, and Reasonable Doubt is on Hulu. And she said, have you seen the show Reasonable Doubt? I said, you know, don't be having time for no television like that, honey. So she said it's really good. And at first I wasn't gonna watch it because I was like, you know, I ain't got time for this. But honey, I started watching that show. Child, it was good. So I'm trying to see if I should go to the Dollar Trees today or if I should just wait until Monday. I gotta see. And kudos to us. You know, we almost to 10K. Ooh, child. That's why, you know, whatever it is that you desire for your life, you want your life to change. Let me tell you something, honey, it can and it will. You know, long as you are willing to do the work, you are willing to believe in yourself, you are able to see it for yourself, your life it'll begin to change. You know? And the cool thing about life is this. You know, some people they get so caught up and bent out of shape. Nobody believe in them. Nobody believe in them. Honey, you only need one person to believe in you. One person. And that is you. You don't need nobody else to believe in you. You don't need nobody else to be cheering for you. Okay? You just cheer for you. And the people oftentimes that you want to cheer for you, they can't cheer for you. They not even cheering for themselves. They don't even believe in themselves. So, you know what? No, I'm going out today. Okay. All right. So this is the nails. Really, really cute. Honey, what was it, $4 from Burlington? Burlington got some nice nails. My favorite place that has really, really gorgeous nails though is TJ Maxx. Okay, they have some really, really nice nails. Really nice. So I'll catch you guys on the up and up. I'll see you guys later. With that being said, peace.